Hi there, it's Rose. Welcome to my channel. Today I am here to share a paper pad, and this is for the open collaboration hashtag Friday Fave paper pad. Now, this collab is hosted by Helen, who is Cosmo's Crafty Mom. Please visit my description box below and check out her channel. And also follow the hashtag so you can see all the crafters that are participating in this open collab. So the great thing about this collab every week is that we get to share different paper pads. And what I love about that is you get to learn what other crafters are using. You get to look at different styles of pads. I think if you are a paper crafter, as I am, and a card maker, different styles of paper are so important to have in your stash. And it's great to be able to see what other people are using and also to share some of your favorites. So what I have here today is one of the more unique size paper pads. And this is by Recollections. It's called Sweetwater. And it's 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So normally we see the 6 by 6, the 12 by 12, sometimes 8 by 8 paper pads. But for a while, Michaels was carrying this unique style and size of paper pads. And what I like about it is it's very easy to use for card making. So there's very little extra scraps when you get to start creating the card bases and so forth. So let's get into it, and I'll show you what I liked about this particular paper pad. So what was included in this pad are 72 sheets. So you get 24 individual styles of sheets, and you get 3 of each design. So I like the variety, and I like that this is sort of pastel colors, but not too pastel where you're really feeling like the colors are weak. It's just sort of springy and summery paper collection. So as I normally do when I show the paper pads, is I take one of each design out of the pad so that it's easier than doing a flip through where you don't always get to see the full sheet. And also, it encourages me to use at least one of every design that's in a pad. So that's what I've done here. And let's get into it. Now, this one has beautiful purple, teal, some light violet, and it also has a gold border. Now, for friends that do a lot of scrapbooking, this is perfect for a scrapbook page because then you already have a built-in frame. You can put your picture or your journaling card right in the center of that, and it's a focal point. For those of us that do cards, we have to get a little creative when cutting something that has a border like that. But it's really a beautiful gold border, and it is a nice accent to this sheet. Now here's one with some pink leaves, different shades of pink, some deeper, some a little bit lighter on a white background. And I do want to mention that this also has that branding strip across the top that you do want to cut off when you're creating. And obviously, it's solid white on all of these. It has that circle where they normally hang the pads up in Michaels. This is a beautiful watercolor. And if you've ever taken out a watercolor set and started doing a swatch on a sheet, that's what this reminds me of. So it's greens and teals, and it goes into the blues. Really, really pretty background. I love that one. Now here's a little design with some butterflies and beetles, and they're very abstract looking with some green leaves. I love this paper. Really pretty. And here's some green, purple, blue, and a pink, and triangle shapes across that the front of that sheet. Here's where we get into the first of a couple of different cut-aparts that are included. So this one says, live the life you imagined. Here's a journaling card already pre-made. And actually, you can cut that for the back of an ATC. That would be very nice to include your information. And then here's some little labels, hello sunshine, and a frame there. Here's some flowers with that periwinkle, the lavender, the pink, and the green. And similar to the first sheet that we saw that was purple backgrounds, this is different shades of pink, and they've also brought in an aqua color, which I like that. It sort of breaks up the pink, but again, it's all framed in that gold. Here again is the similar watercolor that we saw on the last sheet. This one is in shades of pink, and again, it goes into the purples. Just reminds me of swatching out some watercolor paint, so I really love that. Now here's a floral frame, and again, this is perfect for my friends that are scrapbookers. If you don't do scrapbooking and you're a card maker, you have to get a little creative when cutting this for the front of a card, but you're going to want to include some of this beautiful floral and then the gold foiling leaves, which I always love anytime a paper pad includes some gold foiling because it just adds that pop. Speaking of gold foiling, this has a banner across the bottom with these diamond shapes, and that's all in gold foiling. And then again, this is a soft watercolor of the greens and pinks, just the theme of the paper pad itself, those sort of very soft looking colors that are just really pretty for backgrounds. Here's again another floral with the green leaves. Now this is a really pretty sheet. This is an ombre green, and then it has sort of these lotus flowers with gold foiling dots in the bottom of each of the florals, and then to the left and right. So hopefully that is going to pick up a little bit, and you can see that glimmer there, and the fact that this is a beautiful ombre sheet. So this is probably one of my favorites in the paper collection. Here's another one of what I call the washi strips. And the nice thing about this paper collection is that these are very well sized to include on card fronts, particularly if you're doing a landscape format, and also to cut up for ATCs. So they'd be nice strips on ATCs as well. Here's a pretty floral on the bottom here, and then again an ombre. It almost looks like a gray blue there. Really pretty. And here's just a green, simple tonal greens and white background. Here's again a floral, again with those beautiful dots of gold on the center of each flower. Just really adds a pop there. Another frame. Now this says, let love bloom and grow. Now, if you have a die, whether it be an oval or even a circle die, you could cut that out and add that as a focal point on the center of a card. And then you could fussy cut around the flowers on each side. Again, if you're a scrapbooker, you can add this right into a small scrapbook or into a journal, a traveler's notebook. Just a really pretty focal page. Here's another cut apart, and what they've included here are some of those what I call paper washi strips. And then let love bloom and love grows. Remember this moment. And you might say, well, how can you really use that on a card? Well, maybe you're sending vacation cards with including photos. You could add that there, or again, add it to a journal or a small scrapbook. Again, here's a little small journaling spot, and then a frame there. And here's that soft pink with that gold foil around the edges, that frame. Here's the pink stripe, similar to the one that we saw earlier with the white background. And then here is a pink floral with the greens, and just really, really love that. Very pretty for the background of a card, or for the background of an ATC or MDC. So that is one of every sheet from this paper pad. Again, this is Sweetwater by Recollections. It's the 4.5 by 6.5 pad, and you know, just a really fun size paper pad, very usable for card making, ATCs, even some scrapbooking. So I hope you enjoy taking a look. If you're new to my channel, I hope you will consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified every time that I upload a new video. Thanks again to Helen, who is Cosmos Crafty Mom, for hosting this really fun collab every Friday, #FridayFave paper pad. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.